Hey folks, Mike here from Ollie. So I'm sitting here working on my personal website. I'm giving it a fresh coat of paint and a long overdue fresh coat of paint. And I'm using the WordPress site editor and Ollie Pro. And I just came across something that I thought would make a pretty good tutorial because, I'm trying to do things these days as no code as possible, just to move quick and get things out there and kind of move on to the next thing. And I like to figure out ways of working smarter with the site editor so that I can get around some of these more complicated things and use the features that are there in creative and unique ways. So let me set up the problem here. So I'm working on a portfolio, and if you go into my portfolio page and each project, you'll see that we have a nice big bold header here. And as you scroll, we get some different images from each of these projects that I do. But the main thing I want to focus on is this header. So you'll notice here on this header here, it's got a purple background, and that's using the same color palette as seen in the screenshots. If I go back to another project, go to a different color, you can see this one uses a red background. So I'm trying to pull in some of the colors from this project to make the page feel a little more personalized and sort of, brand it towards this client's project. So there are 100 different ways you could do this. I could get really clever and write some JavaScript to detect the background colors, or I could set a color picker in the site editor. I could create a plugin that sets that. But again, in the spirit of kind of working with what's there and seeing how I can bend and flex the site editor and things like patterns to do what I want to do, I decided to try to do that. So let's hop into the site editor, and I'll show you how I did this. So currently how this is set up, let me go into one of these projects and show you work items, all work items, Clearstream. So how this is set up now is I'm just effectively using a blank template, and then in each page I'm designing the header and the sidebar in these images. It's all kind of in here. So that's fine, that works. But each page, importantly, each page uses the same layout for this header. So instead of having to create this header from scratch on every page, and then, later on, if I wanted to change the header, I don't want to have to change it across every project in my portfolio. I'm using something called a synced pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to create that, because that's the first step of this solution. I'm going to detach this. So say I had come in here, I built this header how I wanted it. Now, some of this stuff is going to have to change for each project. This can stay the same, back to all works. This just points back to the portfolio page. The title is going to have to change, obviously. And then I have a little testimonial here, and then a button. That's going to have to change as well, because we want to send somebody to a different website for each project. So here's what we can do. I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to select the portfolio header, and I'm going to do a create pattern, and I'm going to call this demo portfolio header. I'll just leave the category. I'm going to make this a synced pattern. Okay, you can see it created that. We get the nice purple color. That means it's a synced pattern. Let's go ahead and save that. And then let's come out and go into the site editor and check that out, what we just created. I'm going to go into patterns and my patterns, and you'll see demo portfolio. Okay, now you'll see we have the synced pattern that we just created. And so if I were just to insert this on every of my portfolio pages, I would get the same content. The title would change because I am using a title block here, but this would all stay the same on every pattern. That's the power of a synced pattern, is that you can keep the content the same, use it 100 times, and if you update the pattern, the synced pattern in one place, it updates it everywhere. That's the great part. But we want to be able to override some of the text on this, because I'm going to change it on each portfolio item. So for example, this text here, this is going to have to change. So what I can do is come over here and make sure that's selected, go to the advanced tab, and do enable overrides. And this is going to let me override this text on each one of my pages. So I'm going to go ahead and do demo hero quote, enable, we'll do the citation as well. Demo citation, enable. And similarly with the button, we're going to enable overrides and we'll do demo hero button. Now, I'll save this. So that's one part. So now I should be able to, when I insert this, I should be able to customize the testimonial and the citation and the button towards each project. That's good. Now the color. So if I insert this into every page currently, again, I'm going to get this purple colored background. That's not what I want because I want to change it on every page. So what can I do? I'm going to come over to the overall group that's wrapping this portfolio header. I'm going to clear out the text and background colors and save that. So now you can see I have black and white thing going on here. It's just the default colors that are pulling from the base of the theme, which is a white background, black text. All right, so next, here's what we can do. Just come back out now that we have that saved, and we'll go back into our portfolio item. Go into Clearstream here, and let me delete out what we have in here, and I'll show you what we do. So let's insert that the synced pattern that we just created, and you can see it's got the nice black text, white background, but we want that to be purple. Here's what we can do. We'll group this, and we'll take advantage of the cascading colors that work in the site editor. So if I group something, and then I come in here and change the background to, let's just pick a purple, and the text to white, the colors that I've selected will cascade down and sort of wrap around this portfolio item, or this portfolio header, and apply those colors there. So now I can take that and I can copy this and take this group into every portfolio item, paste it at the top of the page, and change the color on this group, and I get unique colors for every header. Now again, you could do this 100 different ways, but this is just a clever way of utilizing the cascading colors, and you can get really creative with how you use groups and how you wrap them and how you cascade colors down through them. So then the other cool part about this is now, say I wanted to come change something about this later on, I could come in here and if I didn't want this link at the top anymore, I can delete that, save, go back, and then all of the portfolio items that were using this header, that would now be gone, that little link that was at the top. So yeah, just a quick look at the power of using something like synced patterns and overrides and groups to cascade colors down, and you can get some really unique and cool dynamic layouts with that, with cool color palettes. So hopefully that was helpful. See you later.